Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, Twitch chat, and welcome back to Let Us Play. I'm your host, Father Evan. It is good to be back with y'all. I missed y'all last Thursday, but I am back now. I'm excited to be diving into more Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories. I think we can actually finish it today. Knock on every piece of wood in my office. I've been saying that for 3 weeks now, but I believe in me today. I don't believe in the cutscenes, but I believe in me. But I hope y'all are doing well, and good to see a Mesozoic mind. Hope you're doing well. I feel like a real streamer. I went out and I bought a Stream Deck today. Jammed to the good tunes. Did I not believe myself last time? Well, not as much. But I bought myself a Stream Deck. Not a Steam Deck, a Stream Deck. So now I can do things like this. So when I feel accomplished, I can let myself know. I can also censor if need be. But more importantly, seamlessly switch between various scenes. So let's go ahead. Let's dive back into Rechain of Memories. Okay, where are we? We're here in the castle. We're trying to get to there. There's a lot in between the two. It's all about the claps. It is. And I went the wrong way. No, I don't want to rechange that. So given my professional opinion, heading into the final boss in Kingdom Hearts, of course I have God and anime on my side. Have you seen Sora's hair? I need a 7+. I don't... Wait. Oh, well... I don't feel like using another save point just because, so we'll use a Joker. First time, whole game, I've used a Joker.
It's over. This is it.
I just have to remember how to play the game and what all of my abilities are. Easy. Song reference missed. It's all about the applause. Applause. Nope. Still not getting it.
It's over. It's over.
I hate these wizards in every game.
Fire. Heal.
Lady Gaga. That assumes I A, listen to Lady Gaga, and B, that I know what's cool. I mean, I do enjoy Lady Gaga, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I don't exactly know her whole discography off the top of my head.
It's over.
I screwed that up. I meant for that to be the thing.
It's over. It's over.
Seriously, that didn't even hit the one next to him? I feel cheated. Wait, what was the big thing? Elixir. No? What? Is Donald Goofy Elixir? No? I know there's something.
Heal.
Gonna heal. Or was it an attack? Well, that was something, but
Ha! There.
ah.
Heal.
Just get all of our health back. Then let's use this elixir. Oh, okay. This got harder.
This is it. Yeah.
I am not playing well today. Oh dear. Case in point.
Yeah. It's over. Yeah. It's over. Heal. Fire.
What was the site you were trying to remember? I don't know. I don't remember. I know it involves a Donald and a Goofy. I think it's Holy. I think it's Holy that I'm thinking of. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to run away. I just want more health at this point. No, it's not journal status. Trinity limit. That's okay. So it is attack Donald Goofy, but then there's also it's Raging Storm. Oh, okay. There is also Holy, Mega Ether, Mega Elixir item. Okay. I really don't care about the fights at this point, to be honest. I think I'm just gonna try and make it to the end.
Light.
But Trinity Limit is also incredibly useful.
Yeah. Take this.
Haha, all enemies go burr. Am I still going till 4? No, I'll go till 5 my time, since I started late. I kind of do want to check out this treasure room, though. Sure, we have lots of stagnant spaces for 0. Nope, nope, nope. No, thank you. Do not want any of what you are selling today. Thank you, my good sir. Oh, this is going to be pricey. Unfortunately, 0 can't even turn it in. I may not be able to get this treasure room. So I don't think I can... I'm out of jokers. Dang. Yeah, no, I don't have enough to buy my way into that. And I don't feel like doing enough fights to earn all the cards to do that.
Yeah.
thank goodness I still have so many zeros. So how was y'all's weekend? You do anything fun? Cleaned and printed things? Snowy? Sounds like fine weekends. We had rain all day Saturday here. It was very wet. It was a pretty bad downpour.
This is it.
This room has actually screwed up all of my stuff.
Back off. Yeah, yeah. Ha!
Because when it says it makes my cards more powerful, it means increasing their basic number.
It's over.
Folding, shoveling, not fun. You're at a Catholic Writers Guild online conference. Ooh, that sounds like fun. How'd the pitch go? Stop that.
Yeah,
Stop that.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. It's over. Fire.
Oh, there's more of you. Honk this. Excuse me, I said I was ignoring you. Please let me ignore you. It did not let me ignore them.
Fire. Heal. Light.
Pauline Books. They want to see your latest manuscript. That's awesome. That's great to hear. Congrats.
Back off.
I would appreciate a Donald card right about now. That would be nice.
Yeah. Ha. Take this.
You should be excited. That's awesome. All right, y'all about to get goofed. Get goofed on shadows. As a result of printing, you now have a Bolturian Chainsword for cosplay. That's awesome.
Heal. Fire.
Dragon Legends and the Hagiographies. Cool. Chemical Awakening. You know what? Meeting Ground sounds good because then more Donald, more Goofy, more Trinity Limit. Oh, hey, we have plot. .
You have some nerve to show your treasonous face around here. Some nerve indeed.
Treasonous? I don't know what you could possibly be talking about.
Why let Naminé go? If it weren't for your needless meddling, we could have turned the Keyblade Master to come and serve us.
Oh, right, your big plan. You use Naminé to rewrite Sora's memory piece by little piece, and he turns into her total puppet. Then, using Naminé and Sora together, you and Larxene
Those meddling
overthrow
kids
the
do ruin
organization.
everything.
Am I right? I would say that you are the traitor, Marluxia.
Since when were you suspicious of us?
Do either one of us have the heart to believe anyone?
So you only eliminated Vexen to obtain proof of our plan.
That I didn't want to do. But it was your order.
Oh.
Remember the order. You must eliminate the traitor. I always follow orders, Marluxia.
Dun dun dun. Nope. The guy with the red hair, not the pink hair, but the red hair. I do appreciate his character, Axel. I appreciate his characterization in this game in particular. I think he's particularly well written in this one. Kind of has a very foreboding air. Just disconnected enough, but also just in the know enough to cause problems. Okay, where are we and where are we? Okay. Okay. No. 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 Bad Shadow Ball. No, go away. No! Why are there traps on the ground? Who designed this castle? Dingo's fetid kidneys. Oh, Dingo's fetid kidneys. It's a Mickey Mouse design. It's a Mickey Mouse operation is what it is. So I need an exactly 3 on a red. I don't have that. To make matters worse, I then need 99 total to pay off the door. So all of my avoiding fighting... I need to go fight a bunch of things.
It's over. This is it. It's over.
We might be here a while yet, because I didn't use my zeros up throughout the game. I was saving them, and now the game has punished me? I don't understand this concept, and this is entirely unfair against me. I blame Nobuya Uematsu, even though he had nothing to do with this. Spencer, about that prior prediction. Yeah. Something hubris.
Back off. Heal. Yeah. Ha, ha, rah. Yeah. Ha. Ha, rah. Yeah.
Okay, so we just need something that's extremely high pointed, so like that 8 that I saw going around. Where is it? Ah, dang, those fat kitties. It was too early. But we needed a red 3 anyway, so that actually works out. And if ever there's a room to need to grind in, it's going to be this one, the roulette room, because we can pick our reward every time.
It's over. This is it. This is it.
You guys keep avoiding my attacks. Very,
It's
very
over.
inappropriate.
Ha!
Rude, some might even say.
Yeah. Ha! Rah!
I hate that they can walk in the ground without using a card. Like,
Heal. Fire.
it just feels like cheating.
This is it. Yeah. Ha! Ha! Yeah. Rah! Ha! Ha!
No. Oh, dingoes. There's more of you nerds.
Back off. It's over. Yeah, it's over. Yeah, it's over. Yeah, it's over.
I will defeat you.
This is it.
I will overcome the darkness.
Yeah, ha! Yeah. Yeah. Ha!
Okay, let's see what's high costed here. There's an 8. Dang it! I did it again. I was too early. Ah! That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Good job, Sora. That's exactly what you want. I wanted you to focus on.
Yeah. It's over. Ha!
I'm gonna go for Holy here. It may not be a good idea, but... So you just need a ton of cards to pile up to open up the plot door? Yup.
Fire!
Because that's a good gameplay loop right there.
Take this!
No, I guess we'll get levels while we're at it. Ooh, there's a 9. Okay, it's just after the guarded chest. Boom. There we go. Now I've got the timing down. We're 1/5 of the way there.
Yeah.
I can attack the bells for reasons.
It's over. Yeah, yeah. Ha! Yeah, it's over.
What's funny is I bet grinding for all of this is going to actually take longer than the actual final boss.
Heal. Fire. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. 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 Yeah. Ha.
Really appreciate it if I could get a Goofy. There we go. Trinity limit. Do I only get one card per battle? Yup. Okay, I saw an 8. 8's as good as it's getting. I got the 7. That's okay. Okay, so that takes us up to 19. I don't think your prediction's going to be accurate. Yeah, I forgot about the stupid door.
Ha. Yeah. Ha. It's over. Ha.
Although, depending on how quickly I can move through the fights, you might be surprised.
It's over.
Rotda. So, the scripture today, Jesus says a prophet is not welcome in his hometown.
It's over.
Jeez, you might feel a little more welcomed if you didn't call out everyone in your hometown, but who am I to judge? But more deeply, you know, Christ is
Fire.
Gotta heal. Christ is calling us, especially in the time of Lent. How did I say it, Mass? How did I phrase it? I don't remember exactly how I phrased it, Mass. I have a hard time with that. Okay, I saw a 9. Wow, it is bugging me that I can't remember what I said. I had the morning mass, so maybe that's part of it.
It's over. This is it. Ha! Yeah. Ha! Yeah. Ha! Rah! Yeah.
Well, I can't remember what I did say.
It's over. Ha!
It's probably something about letting ourselves be challenged. 'Cause that's what I tend to go with for Lent. But
Light.
it does have one of my favorite miracles of Christ. That was loud. In that gospel passage, it says,
Fire.
you know, they were looking to kill him, and he passed safely through their midst.
This is it.
And it's kind of a forgotten miracle in many ways, but just that sense of... Oh dear.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't Christ's time yet, so he's like, all right, well, I'm out then. Bye. I didn't even get a roulette on that one. That honks.
Yeah. Ha. Yeah. It's over. This is it. This is it.
I don't want more Goofies. I want a Donald so I can do Trinity Limit. It's really good.
It's over. Ha. Yeah. Rah. Yeah. Yeah. It's over. Yeah. Back off. This is it.
I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something there in Ragnarok, but
It's over.
was this overkill for this single shadow? Yes. Oh, that was also just a bad idea, is what that was. Let's just go the old-fashioned way. Okay, I don't have another Donald. That's great. That's great. Everything's fantastic.
Goofy. Ha. Yeah. Ha. 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 Yeah. Ha. It's over. Yeah. Yeah. Rah.
Did I get a roulette? Yes. All right. Okay. Ooh, there's a 9. There's a couple 9s. That's good. All right, we're up to 3 9s. Literally only need 8 more to open that door.
Yeah. It's over. This is it.
Great sliding dash there, Sora. Just fantastic.
It's over. Heal.
Would that treasure room you didn't unlock have more cards for you? No, it's only going to cost me more cards, is the problem.
Fire.
No, don't do that on... Don't cast the fireball on the fire one.
It's over.
You
Yeah.
dingus.
It's over. Heal. Fire.
And unfortunately, with that treasure room, I did spend a fair amount of high-pointed cards on it before realizing I couldn't even finish it. Card roulette, and I leveled up. Okay, I saw an 8. Saw a 9. There's a treasure chest with a 9. Okay, let's see how close we can get now. So I need exactly a 3 from red. Okay, we're pretty close now. We're down to 22. So that took care of 77 of it. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Did that count as a hit? No.
Light.
Let's open with a holy.
Fire. This is it.
What? I attacked him from the side. How did he guard that? I know he has a big shield. It's not that big.
It's over. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. It's over. It's over. It's over. Yeah. It's over.
Trinity limit. Ooh, there's a 9 on the one of the saves. I only have enough zeros, fortunately, to get through the rest of the castle. But watch as we get to the final room and find out. It too needs like 99.
Yeah. Take this.
That shadow cheated.
Heal. Fire. Back off. Yeah. It's over. Ha. It's over. Yeah. It's over.
This might be a good one to do fully on.
Light.
Let's find out. Yeah, it worked pretty well, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah.
7. Ooh, 9. There's a roulette room with a 9. Okay, we just need a 4 or more, and we're good to go. So we're gonna go back a room.
Light.
Just immediately cast Holy.
Yeah. Ha. Yeah. It's over. Ha.
I will be honest, had I remembered this room, I probably would have just done this off screen.
Yeah.
Whoever, get down here. You get down here, young man.
Heal. It's over.
Oh, come on. A 2.
It's over. Yeah, yeah.
I messed up all of the Sonic blitzes there. Oh well.
Yeah. It's over. Yeah. Heal.
You broke my Ragnarok.
Fire. Light.
Get holy. A 4. Of course. Now you give it to me. We did it!
Luxine paid the price for disloyalty when she disappeared. You must do the same!
They kind of killed the vibe of the cutscene, I'm sorry. But not very much.
The organization's betrayed. In that name, I will annihilate you.
That line's not you.
Well, had to try it once, you know.
Oh.
Is that your shield? Won't do you any good, I'm afraid.
I wonder. Are you listening, Sora?
Oh?
Axel says he's willing to harm Naminé to get me. You won't let that happen, will you?
The manipulation.
Oh, come now. You're Marluxia's puppet already?
After I finish you, he's next.
Now, Sora, we've got more in common than you might think. I'd really rather not fight you. But I can't dishonor the organization, now can I?
This is fine. Everything's fine.
This is it. Yeah, it's over.
Okay, maybe this is actually pretty fine.
Yeah. Back off. Memorized. Heal.
Okay, I can't use fire against him. That would be bad. You know what? Trinity limit's not fire. Uh-oh. He broke my Trinity limit. How dare he? I was using that.
It's over.
He is being rude. Ruder than usual for Axel, too.
Heal.
I got this memorized. Probably just...
Heal. Yeah.
Come here. I'll make it all stop.
I'd rather you not. Yeah. Shoot. Okay, I have to cast Donald and hope he heals me. And not... Guess who he healed instead? His name rhymes with Schmaxel. Oh, the audio getting right, Crunchy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that is. It's something to do with this re-release. And it's just on Chain of Memories. Like, it's downright crunchy, like cereal.
Yeah. It's over.
Don't make me mad.
Okay, that's actually pretty good, because that also stops him from reloading those particular cards. No, I want you to use Firewall. No, use your... Use this big ability you have queued up.
Heal. Yeah. It's over.
I have plenty memorized, Axel. Wait, I thought I picked up a Donald. Oh well. No, stop it. Quit cheating. You know what? I'm going to do something real quick. I'm going to change out the fire magic for ice magic. Because right now, that's just wasted space. It's free real estate.
Luck.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah. Heal. Freeze.
Yeah, I think changing out to Blizzaga was a good choice.
This is it.
Because you can't see it, but that does a lot of damage to his health. I don't want you to make it all stop, Baxel. I got lucky on that one, I'll admit. Come on, survive. I did not, in fact, survive. So how many rounds will this one take, do we think? Shut up. That's how many. Fewer than Vexen, I'll say that much. He just has these really drawn-out attacks that can really stun-lock you, and it's very obnoxious. Less vexing than Vexen. Yep. What? Oh, I guess that didn't add up to enough. Where are you, nerd? Get back here. Take your ice damage and like it.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, like that attack was very long-winded, and I could not interrupt it at any point. Okay. Just end me. When you break both of my both of my items like that, it's over. Interesting that he started with that time.
Back off. This is it. Yeah.
I really want him to use Fire Tooth. There we go.
Okay. Back off. Let the flames burn you. What's the problem?
I have something memorized and I don't know what you're referring to, Axel. Ow. Shoot. Stay in this for now.
Yeah. There. Come here. Yeah.
Why did I use that 0? I should have saved that 0.
It's over. Not over yet.
Ah, dang it. I got him down past halfway. Lar. Can you make a slate or something, please? No, get... There we go, thank you.
Yeah. This is it. Forget this. What's the problem? Yeah. Yeah.
What? Oh, dang it. I wasn't paying attention to numbers. I wasn't doing math. Why would I do math in a video game? Shoot. Shoot.
This is it.
For a gratuitous educational moment, I suppose. Axel, leave me alone. Did a decent amount of damage. Yeah, there's no way to avoid that attack, unfortunately. Ooh. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. That's okay. No, 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 no.
Heal. Freeze. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. It's not over yet.
Shoot. I wasted that, Lazara. Oh, come on. I activated my slate first. Arr. The game was cheating. It's like, oh, you activated slate. Well, so did he. Axel's a big cheater. So let it be writ, so let it be known. So I was talking to my coworkers, and this is some exciting news for y'all, chat. I think after Easter, I'm going to increase the Monday streams by an hour.
What's the problem?
Stop stun locking me! End me, please. You canceled my heal. Schedule freed up a bit? Yeah, just kind of... And also part of it is with the RPGs, they take a little longer. It'd be nice just to have a little bit of extra time to move through them. Stop being so stun-lockable? No. Sora will continue to be squishy until forever. So, but the schedule doesn't really free up until after Easter, just with commitments and things. Turns out, it's kind of busy time of the year. Ah! Nope. Stop. You are the problem. Actually, I don't want to use a 0. Just want to save those. Although Fire Tooth is a pretty easy one to avoid, but what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Okay, I got the heal off. That's the important part of that sentence. What? like this game. Yes, exactly. I am convinced in an obstinate manner that the deck I have can win. The liturgical season starts on Holy Thursday and presumably ends on Easter. It's called Holy Triduum. It lasts for 3 days. It's the shortest liturgical season of the year. It's spelled Triduum. I mean, lots of things in the church are the or also the blank, the holy blank. Triduum is one of them. I mean, it's the festal celebration of the Paschal Mystery. It's gonna have a little je ne sais quoi.
Let the flames burn you! Don't make me mad. Yeah, this is it.
Yeah, Lent. The Triduum still has the rules of Lent, but it gets weird. It's kind of this. It's like it's a very liminal season.
Freeze! Back off! This is it! It's over! Burn, baby! Heal!
I'd rather not burn, Axel.
Yeah, it's over! Back off! Burn!
Although I have to there, because I had nothing to do.
There, here, I'll make it all stop! It's not over yet!
Yeah, you only have to fast on Good Friday. Holy Saturday, you don't have to. Let your audio be crunchy, baby.
It's over! Freeze! Back off!
Yeah, Lenten Penance, I think is still expected to be done on the Triduum.
This is it!
Because that's part of the weirdness. Is it's sort of kind of counted as part of the 40, but it's a different season.
Yeah!
Goofy, I could really use you showing up right about now, pal. Although this one's going much better.
I'll make it all stop!
Okay, he's down to his last health bar.
Flames burn you! Yeah! It's not over yet!
Come on, heal. Thank you. Shoot. Okay, I think we just lost here. We were so close. We were so close.
Luxine.
Almost had it.
Okay.
I think definitely the plan of using items when he's reloading his deck is the best. Also, letting him use up a lot of cards here, especially his zeros, is good.
This is it.
No! I hate when he teleports away just at the right moment like that.
Memorized. Yeah, it's over. Yeah, it's over. This is it. Won't forget this. Heal.
Forget what? Forget what, Axel? It looks like you were about to do something. Did I cancel your attack?
Freeze.
Oh shoot, I just used a zero there by accident.
Back off.
My bad.
Yeah. Memorized. Heal. Yeah. It's over.
Yeah, best quality of life update they ever made was indeed skippable cutscenes. Especially because there's the one in Kingdom Hearts 1 that's like 13 minutes long, right before a hard boss fight.
Heal. Heal. Freeze. Freeze. This is it.
Okay, our slates just cancel each other out, that's fine.
It's over.
Oh shoot, oh shoot. Okay, I have zero goofy, that's fine.
Take this. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to take some damage here. We'll get all of our cards back.
It's not over yet.
Well, all of our attack cards at least.
Yeah. Let the flames yeah. There.
No! No! Okay, that was bad. He just canceled my ether just as I was about to use it. Ah! Nope, 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 nope. Ah! Dang, I spent kidneys.
Larxene
Oh, excuse
paid
me.
the
We got a bit of a little bit of a sore throat. Just some post-nasal drip. But you know what's good for that? Fisherman's Friend. Best cough drop on the market. Squirrel Edge has requested a mod poll. Step 0. What would you like to host as a mod poll for today?
Yeah, it's over.
Ooh.
This is it. Okay. What's the problem?
You keep canceling out my attacks. That's what's the problem.
Yeah. It's over. Heal.
Oh, you're the mod, Step 0. What do you want to know about the audience? Oh, apparently how this guy cheats.
Heal. Come here. I'll make it all stop. Okay.
Wrong button. My brain keeps mixing up dodge roll and lock on. 'Cause I'm using the two interchangeably. Or in rapid succession, I should say.
Heal. Freeze. Back off. It's not over yet. Yeah. This is it.
I think a couple more zeros would help in this fight, but I think I have all of my zeros in this deck. Shoot. Couldn't get that slate to pop off. I hate his stun locking attack. It is so unfair. Not much confidence with the audience. Maybe with these results. Well, you know. I said I believe in me.
Larxene paid.
So I will continue to believe in me.
This is it. Freeze. Won't forget this. Back off.
Besides, I know y'all are just rooting for Axel because you love him.
This is it. Burn. Yeah. Ha. Okay. It's over. It's over.
Okay, Donald, I'm gonna trust you to do nothing. Because you're just gonna get canceled. Axel buys into cancel culture confirms. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. If I was just like a little bit slower on that heal there, it would have actually procced. That fight was actually going really well up until it wasn't. I just really need to break my Kingdom Hearts style of just keep attacking, because that does not work in this game. It makes you be more methodical because it's a card game.
It's over. It's over. Won't forget this.
I thought I saw him just play a single card there, so I thought my slate would be safe. We're actually getting pretty close to where he should be reloading, because his deck is really low. I even started the animation there. No strategy, no methodology, only Unga Smash. Well, normally, yes, that is how one kingdom's the heart. But in this case...
Come here. I'll make it all stop. Heal. Freeze.
I got so lucky there with that Sunset Sukin.
Yeah. Not over yet.
No. Activate your ability. I couldn't do anything. I was out of zeros. I had no attack. And he somehow gets to high level slates off one after the other. The burn baby burn, where it's like the fire circle going all the way out, that just is a full AoE. It's unavoidable. The only way to not get hit is to break it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you are being aggressive. The spinning half dozen discs. They track in on you, so you can start to avoid them, but they will come back at you. I hate that I'm having to pierce this early, but we live here. No. No. You're cheating. You're cheating again. Yeah, Ragnarok's a high risk, high reward. Ah, no, 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 no.
Not over yet.
Okay, now I need to heal quickly. Which unfortunately does mean I'm going to use up a 0, but...
This is it. Back off. Let the flames burn. Yeah, this is it. Okay.
Twitch is trying to tell me there are results of the poll, but I am a little busy to be opening the window. I can glance at chat, I can't glance at that.
Yeah, it's over.
Oh, shoot, that was bad.
Back off. Not over yet.
I couldn't even see where I was in relation to that because the camera decided to have a field day. Shoot. Shoot. Dang it! You thought that's what the Steam Deck was for? I don't have it set up to open up the poll. I just got it today. I barely had time to get it set up to talk to the computer and switch my scenes. Which I'm pretty happy about having, because then I don't have to worry about having my mouse over here and it being long range and not working. So I like holding Sun Zensuken here until he does his first slate, because that breaks his cards permanently, so those ones will never reload.
Don't make me mad. This is it.
Then I can use that slate to break that. I missed.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah. What's the problem? Heal. Yeah, it's over. Yeah, it's over.
Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out.
Okay. Heal. I'll make it all stop. Yeah.
Problem is, he is a very close range boss. Shoot, wasn't paying attention there. Where's Zero? Shit. Arrgh. It was so close. I swear I had... If I had a Zero ready and lined up, that one would have gone a lot better.
Luxie.
But he had to cheat. I don't think we're finishing this today. Man, I really want to love this game, and I do have a special place for it in my heart as a Kingdom Hearts fan, but dang, does it need some rebalancing. Because I can't really decide if it wants to play as a Kingdom Hearts game or as a card game, and so it winds up just kind of awkwardly failing at both.
Won't forget that.
And for Sora, who is so close combat dependent, this kind of boss is very punishing.
It's over. It's over. It's over.
Especially when it keeps teleporting like that.
Freeze. Yeah. Guilty. Come here. I'll make it all stop. Don't make me mad.
I think it's a little late for that, Axel. We have probably thoroughly made you angry.
Let the flames burn you. It's not over yet.
Shoot, 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 shoot.
Heal.
Shoot. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't see that he was doing that.
Back off.
Did the original come out before or after Kingdom Hearts 2? Before. It was released like the year after on the GBA. Come on, use Firewall. There we go. And see, as soon as I use a close combat attack, he responds. Like that. It's just... Ah. Shoot. His numbers were bigger than my numbers. I think really just with what I have, I mean, I could probably remake a deck that's slightly better, but not by much, considering I have most of my Blizzard Magic in here. I think it's just really being strategic about when I strike.
What's the problem? Won't forget this.
Shoot, that was bad. That was close.
It's over. Heal. Freeze. Freeze.
I think it's just a matter of patience. Which is not my forte in video games. I consider myself a decently patient person, but just in video games, it's like, this is not what I play video games for. Get out of there.
It's over.
No, get out of there. Okay, I literally don't know how Sora is alive there. He had no hit points left. I don't think this is gonna be the run. Yeah, Magic Pixel indeed. Okay, let's put in the last of this magic and see what we need to take out in order to... Let's see if we have any... You know, Ursula might be good. Has damage from enemies' magic attacks. Because I think most of Axles count as magic, but maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what this game counts. I want to save that for the boss fight, or the final boss. Enemy cards do sort of extra special things. Let's just replace a random 6 with this. And a random 4. Okay, so I need to remove 50 points worth of cards now. Let's remove maybe just some of this lower powered stuff. Alright, let's try this out. Yeah, but they cost a lot of points, and I don't want to lose out on that. Like, I think that's honestly more important for me. I do not want to let the flames burn me. Thank you. I consider myself fairly flammable. It's okay if you cancel that part. Yeah, see, even rolling under them, they still come back at me. In fact, that seems to go worse. Shoot, I was too fast for that. Okay, I like this new deck. I just screwed up in execution. Not gonna lie, this is taking longer than I expected, and I had forgotten about this fight. This game has really tough boss fights, by the way. Yeah, I don't know how many times it took me to beat the final boss on my first go-around, and I was not even playing well then. And I know I was just like by the skin of my teeth. Jafar and Ars Arcana. Okay. I'm blaming you for getting hit there, Step Zero. It's your fault.
forget this! Heal! Heal! Goofy!
I do love seeing the original characters just getting like beat up on by someone like Goofy.
Burn you! I'll make it all stop.
Oh, whatever. I dodge rolled.
Freeze! Freeze! This is it! Burn, baby! Yeah, it's over. Let the flames burn you.
If I could stop getting stuck in that attack in particular, that would be great. Shoot, he just canceled that heal because I didn't realize I had a slate lined up already by accident. Alright, let's try out this Jafar cheese. So we need Ars Arcanum, which means arcane arts. 3 attack cards, value 1 to 6. Okay, we are going to equip deck 2. I wish there was a quick way to just remove everything, but and maybe there is, and I just don't know it. Okay, so Jafar stops enemies from breaking attack cards you use. Okay. Map hack, what up? Is Org 13 proving it to be a trouble for you as well as P-Tony? Yeah, but my excuse is that they're much harder in this game. Because the card system is weird. I am going to put all of my zeros in first. And I'm going to put them up front. You've lurked a few times. It looks strange. It is strange, but it's near and dear to my heart. It's special. A deck with 2s, some high potions, mega, cure, 3 zeros, and a Jafar card. That's kind of what I'm building. So I probably don't even need an elixir. Or, no, I'll wait to put those in. I played the original first. I played it back when it was that and the GBA version of this were the only ones that existed. 2s, it's because they stack up the best. I think is the idea, because it's 1 to 6, so it's just generally kind of an idea that's better. Although you can get away with a little cheeky breaky. Okay, takes up to 684. These attack cards are so cheap too, it's so weird. So let's throw in a full Kiraga at the bottom. And a little too expensive, but I can throw in an extra high potion. That way we'll have 3. Good luck. Hope I can get him this time. So do I. Thanks for the lurk, Map Hack. Good to see ya. Okay. New deck, new us. I trust the folk on the internet. I think it's working. You have to be careful about it, though, because it's not just... The Jafar is protecting when you get broken, not when you just throw it blindly into his...
What's the problem? Heal.
So, like, when he just does a 9. So it's still gonna take a while. But it's going much faster already. Ow, 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 ow. And I think the 2s is also a good idea because it gets you a total of 6. So it's higher than his 5-ups. I thought Jafar was supposed to stop my cards from being broken. Okay. Jafar has a time limit. That's weird. Anyway, that did go a lot better. And now that I know the general strategy of how this deck plays, I think I can do it a lot better.
Luxine.
This is red deck wins.
This is it. Flames burn you.
What? How is... Ah! He's drawing these attacks out of nowhere.
This is it. Take this. This is it. Back off.
I got lucky there. I did not mean to actually activate that. I'm out of zeros.
Yeah. This is it.
Come here.
It's not over yet.
Get out of there, get out of there. Dang it. I was so close. Thank you for finding this strategy, Step Zero. This is a lot easier. I think my other deck could have gotten there. It just would have been just like such a slow grind of waiting for everything to line up just right. I am getting dumpstered right out the gate on this one.
This is it. Take this.
Ah, I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't hitting triangle enough.
Okay. What's the problem? Back off. This is it.
Don't make me mad.
Back off. This is it. Back off. This is it. Burn, baby! Heal. There.
What? That's not what I wanted at all.
Memorized. Take this. This is it. It's not over yet.
It may not be over yet, but dang, does it sure feel like it. Yep, it's over. One more try. One more try. And then we're going to have to call it for a day.
Luck.
It is working better. We're getting down. It hits faster and harder. I think there's a way to do this also with some blizzards thrown in there, because Blizzaga does a ton of damage.
This is it. Back off. Heal.
Nope. No, I haven't even used far yet on this one.
This is it. Won't forget this. Take this. This is it. This is it.
Jafar is doing a lot of heavy lifting right now, I'm noticing. Get out of there, Sora. No, I said get out of there. What? That was baloney. Got stun locked into oblivion. This is a pretty good run, though. Unfortunately, we're going to have to call it there. So I have to figure out... You know, I'm just going to make this a save room. Just want to be done with Castle Oblivion so we can do the other side of Castle Oblivion. All right. Well, thank you so much for y'all for tuning in to Let Us Play. I've been your host, Father Evan. Join us again tomorrow at the normal time, 2 p.m. for Minecraft. And then Wednesday, not Thursday this week, but Wednesday at 3 p.m. Gonna have I have a lunch thing with the Busted Halo office on Thursday, so I won't be able to stream that day. But I still want to start the next game for Spirituality Thursday, and it's called Synaxarion Acts 1. I'm very excited about it. Yeah, I thought I might make it too, but not quite. I still believe in me, but we'll try again next week. You know, it's not the end of the world. So yeah. Hope everyone has a great rest of their day, and thank you for everyone who's liked, followed, subscribed, joined the Discord. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. Let's go see if we have someone to believe to. Thank you for believing me, Kit. Oh, P. Tony is raiding with 18 people. I Clutch Pentakill, thank you for the follow. P. Tony, thank you for the raid. You joined just as I'm signing off, so this is 10 out of 10 timing. I was actually just going to see if I could raid you, but I guess you're done with Factorio for the day now. Peter, I have to stream another hour now, lol. Yeah, I got life. I got other things to do, but thank you for the raid and welcome raiders. If you haven't followed already, I invite you to do so. When we get to 200 followers on the channel, gonna do a special bonus stream, SNES Roulette. I've got about 50 SNES games, either in cartridge or on Switch or on SNES Mini, to play. So we're gonna have some fun and just kind of randomize which game I'm playing and when. Glad I can choose Pentakill too. He's very chill. Hey, Beer Fox, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. So that's me, Pentakill, the convert. I like something. There's something about the name Pentakill and convert in a single sentence that I really like. I can't quite put my finger on it. But anyway, I was telling chat tomorrow 2 p.m. I'll be streaming again with more Minecraft. We're gonna keep working on the church. Fatality Heresy Edition, and then on Wednesday, no Thursday stream this week, but Wednesday for Spirituality Thursday, at 3 p.m. because why shouldn't this week have a normal schedule? We're going to be playing a game called Synaxarion Acts 1. Apologetics in League of Legends, nice. It's, as far as I can tell, a game made by an Orthodox Christian studio about the Acts of the Apostles. So I'm really excited to explore. I played a little bit just to like try it out, see how it worked. Um, but it looks interesting, so we'll be doing that for a bit. But yeah, so thank you to everyone who's joined. Thank you for the raid, B Tony. I think we're actually gonna go over and raid K-Max. Looks like he's live with some Final Fantasy 13. Or Final Hallway 13 raid session. Yeah, we're gonna go over to K-Max and he's gonna send you on a raid almost immediately, I bet. No. Let's see where he is in the in Final Hallway 13, as it was nicknamed at the time of release. I have to watch an ad first on my on the raid. This is very awkward. Awkward silence. Don't you just love technology and just how like user friendly it is? Oh, 10 out of 10, just fantastic. I helped a brother set up a computer today, and that was also part of what made me feel that love of technology. Just opening up a brand new computer and it not being able to work right out of the box and having to install things and all that extra work. Sometimes I think about what if St. Thomas Aquinas had Google. That sounds like it could be a hilarious sketch and also dangerous. It looks like the raid's starting. So, see y'all. God bless.